Let's be honest, mornings can be quite chaotic with everyone rushing to get out of the door, fussy eaters demanding unsuitable breakfast choices, maybe children just not interested in eating at all. This is a battle I think every parent knows all too well. At some point they've gone through it, the struggle to refuel your child for the day by starting it on a healthy and nutritious note with the right breakfast. But without it, we are basically running on empty, and with the busy lives our beloved children lead, running on empty is not a smart choice.
I love how you were laughing throughout it.
I know, I'm like, I can relate.
But joining us today, we welcome back our favourite dietitian, Anne-Marie de Beer, who will be touching on different ways to get our children to eat breakfast in the morning, as well as discussing the importance of Nestle Milo and energy-fueled meals. Welcome back.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here.
I think, Anne-Marie, people don't realise just how much energy our bodies use during the night while we are sleeping. Can you elaborate on what happens to our bodies while we're actually asleep and why it's so vital then for us to refuel in the morning?
Yeah, it's actually quite an interesting phenomena, if you want. In the good old days, our parents and grannies used to say, let the children sleep because they grow when they sleep. And that's in fact true, but in order to grow, you need some energy. So there's a lot of things actually happening during the night. It's not as if your body shuts down and there's no energy being used. All the metabolic processes are going ahead. Even your digestive tract continues to work, so nothing ever stops within the body. And then especially for children, they actually still grow. So they would need the energy, and that means that in the morning when they get up, they've actually used the energy that they consumed the previous night before or the previous day.
Anne-Marie, you know, the majority of parents also experience the morning rush madness, I'm sure all can relate, and worrying about whether their children have an adequate breakfast is an added stress. Does there need to be, you know, guilt around serving an on-the-go breakfast?
Definitely not. I think the guilt should be when the children are not eating. An on-the-go breakfast is actually easy enough to do. For working parents, I know it's quite difficult, but to plan ahead really helps a lot. And even if you start in the night before, if it's an on-the-go breakfast and you're going to make a smoothie, make sure all the fruits and the vegetable, or the fruits or vegetables, whatever you're using, is already cut. You've got everything ready and you can make your smoothie and it's an on-the-go breakfast. That's perfectly fine. So I think the more important bit is to make sure that the children are eating.
That they've got that energy readily available. So what are some of the benefits of, if it's a luxury that you can afford, of waking up a little bit earlier and having your child prepare breakfast with you, do you think?
It's critical. It's sometimes difficult. So either to get up earlier in the morning, and I know it's difficult to get the children out of bed, but think about it. If you do it the night before, following morning, it will be quick and easy. Even if you do it once or twice a week, and it's cooking together breakfast on a Wednesday morning or maybe a Friday morning, really to get the children involved in the cooking will also help them to actually eat what you prepare for them.
I was going to say that certainly works with my 3-year-old. You get his buy-in long before. So by the time the meal actually arrives, he is invested in it and wants to actually get into it and enjoy it because he's had a choice in what's going on. He's not just being forced to eat it. It does help a lot.
Yeah. Maybe you can then also just give us some fun and easy creative breakfast ideas for busy parents out there that will ensure their children don't go to school with an empty or maybe just a sugar-filled tummy.
Yes. There's a couple of things that you can do. You've mentioned the on-the-go breakfasts, and that could be a smoothie. And just as a matter of interest, you can even add some Milo to that smoothie because it will enhance the nutritional quality of that and, of course, gives it a nice Milo taste. It works well with bananas and some other fruits. So there's a few things you can do there. Then, of course, there's things like French toast. And again, just add some fruit to that and put a little funny face on there or get the child to decorate the plate. So overnight oats works extremely well. And a tip for parents, if you make it on a Sunday night, it normally lasts for a whole week. It's really rolled oats, some yogurt. Normally we use unsweetened yogurt and some fruit. Together with that, you don't need any sugar to add to that, and you've got a ready-to-eat breakfast every morning.
Maybe adding to that, what advice would you give parents when it comes to a breakfast accompanying beverage, something like Milo, obviously?
Yes, that's quite important because we need to consider that even when we as adults eat, we often drink something with our meals. And with breakfast, to have a glass of Milo with that, whether it's cold or warm, is actually perfect because it's adding to what the child's already eating. And it gives parents that sense of security that they've actually added a bit more nutrients to the child's diet for the day.
I love that. I'm going to suggest it right now. If you're making a smoothie, banana, peanut butter, and Milo. Boom.
That sounds amazing. Maybe you should make one for us.
Just do it. Anne-Marie, absolute pleasure as always chatting to you. Thank you for some amazing ideas there as well. Really, really has been a pleasure.
Thank you.
I think after hearing all of those fun ideas, the battle of breakfast is now a thing of the past. Parents, refueling with a nutritious breakfast and a glass of Milo in the morning has never been easier.
Breakfast your day with Nestle Milo.